and I have so much problem to pick up that police report. I went there 4 times.
So wait. You went to Internal
Four
Affairs.
times.
You went to Internal Affairs 4 times trying to get a copy.
No.
Oh, just
I
the
didn't went to internal affair. I went to police department, and that department where you pick in police reports. And I went there 4 times. I was trying to get police report. First time they told me they don't have a police report.
The first time they said they didn't have a report.
Yes, first time they told me they don't have a report. Second time they told me it's not ready. They was checking and they told me it's not ready. I went another time. And after that, lady told me to police report was against like me. It was like not on 50 Nelson Street because I called an emergency from my phone and I was expecting to police report would be like I call because what it's happened on my property. I never went across the street. I never talked to anybody before. Like, I never crossed the street, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was surprised when somebody told me it's like different address, 51 Nelson Street, not 50 Nelson Street.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Asking,
Are you saying that you think that when you went and you kept asking for a report, that the officer's brother told the other guy and they put in a report for him? Is that right?
They put and report absolutely not information what I told them. And they put my words. It wasn't my words.
Okay. Let me stop. Hold on. Let me ask you.
They complained to internal affair later, but before then I went to internal affair. I didn't know it's his brother. I understand. Like the time I understand something going wrong. Something like I was very depressed. I was very hurt. I was barely working that time. But I was planning to file complaint, doesn't matter what officer told me, because I was hurt. My shoulder was misplaced. I went to emergency. Emergency told me like, do I have to also go to my doctor? I went to the doctor.
Well, hold on, ma'am. Olga,
Yes.
I have to ask you a question. I know you were injured because I'm going to repeat all this back to you, and I want to make sure I have it right. But before I go any further, did you tell me that you went to Internal Affairs and they found the officer?
I did.
They found the officer not
So
guilty?
I wasn't able to pick up report. I went to internal affairs, and I wasn't able to make it complaint. Also, I wanted to put complaint on second floor. I had a trouble to do that too, and I started to realize something absolutely wrong. And after that, I went to internal affairs because that time I didn't understand what's going on. But when I was making complaint to internal affair, I got officer who was very nice and he was listening me. And after I make it that complaint, and I was signing that complaint, I find out I'm signing complaint against officer who has exactly the same last name. And I was thinking to that officer from internal affair making mistake, just by mistake putting like my neighbor name on the list. It's how it's after that. He told me they're going to investigate, and he told me he has the same exact last name, but on report you cannot see, you cannot read officer last name. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand what you mean. So,
I didn't know. I have no clue to any possibility. Like how you know? I just cannot imagine it.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. I need to ask you some questions. Did they find the officer guilty, yes or no?
Not hear you. I'm sorry. Excuse me?
Did they find the officer guilty of misconduct, and did they do an investigation?
Let me read you a letter what I received from internal affairs.
Okay, well, hold on. Before you, whoa, wait a minute. I want just one question at a time. Okay, and I want to hear the letter, but I want you to answer my questions first. Let me make sure I have this correct. You tried to get the police report from the police department, and they wouldn't help you, and they kept saying there was no report. So you thought something was wrong, and you wanted to complain because you were injured, and you finally went to internal affairs. And when you went to internal affairs,
when I get police report, I saw it's just absolutely different what it was.
Okay, so let me stop you. Hold on, because
Yes.
I don't want you to go into too much detail. I just want to make sure I have the order correct. So then you get the police report, and there's lies in there, and it's not true, and they didn't use your words, they changed your words, correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, and the person who changed your words is the brother of the person that you had the incident with, correct?
Yes, but I find out after they did investigation. I
Okay,
find out
I got no. Hold on, I got
that
that. Hold on. Now, so now you find out the report is a lie, and you go to internal affairs, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
When you went to internal affairs, did they take a statement from you?
yes,
Okay, they took a
yes,
statement,
he did.
and did they make
Yes,
you sign it?
yes,
Okay, and then they said they were going to do an investigation, correct?
yes.
Okay, hold on. When you sat there for the investigation with them, did you tell them or did they have any way to know that this officer was the brother of the person you were complaining about who attacked you?
That day, the officer who was taking my complaint, he told me they're going to investigate and if it's last name the same or they related or not. That time he wasn't sure because you see, I didn't know, and he the one who saw, like when I said, why you put my neighbor name, it was like officer different name. He said, no, it's an officer name who took my, who came to my call, emergency call.
Okay, so she
And
did put the officer's
in
name
that
down.
moment, I start realized like it's same last name. I didn't know they related, and that officer who was taking my complaint in internal affairs, he told me he going to investigate and find out if they related.
Oh, okay. So let me stop you. So that he said he would look into that to find out if they were related, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so let me make sure I have this part correct. So you're talking to internal affairs, and as you're talking to internal affairs, they write down the name, and it shocked you because it was the same name as your neighbor, correct?
yes,
So then you said that's strange, and they looked at it, and then they said, okay, we're going to look into it to determine if these people are related, correct?
yes.
Okay, now take me from there. How did they confirm that they're related? How do you know?
I got the letter. Actually, I didn't know until I went to the court because on letter it's not stated today related, but they sent me a letter today, did investigation, and it's revealed that the officer violated the departmental rules and regulations.
So they
And
found him guilty.
I don't know if it means they found it, but they don't say like he related. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And when they change my case in a court to another court, I hear like a judge said we cannot hear it here. We have to change it for another municipal court to Passaic court.
Okay, so but let me ask you a few things. So let me make sure this is correct. Internal Affairs found the officer guilty of misconduct.
It looks like if it's letter, it's what.
Well, read. Can you read the letter to
Like
me?
it is.
Read the letter to me.
The Internal Affairs Unit of this department has completed its investigation of your report concerning the conduct of police officer Elsie Pandura on April 21, 2008. The investigation revealed that the officer violated departmental rules and regulations. He will be subject to appropriate discipline under our agency's procedures. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. Very truly, and Lieutenant Richard Pesnik.
Okay. All right. Let me stop here. And the officer was found guilty based on what you just read to me. But you're upset because they never mentioned the fact that he was the brother of the person.
No, I'm not upset. I'm upset of with all my injuries, with all proof of what's happened. I went to the court, and court was postponed, and his lawyer didn't show up. I was not receiving, like I say, I was not receiving letters from court. My lawyer was not receiving letters from court, but Mr. Pandura was receiving. He showed up in court, and I didn't show up because I have no idea. My lawyer